Hey everybody, my name is Steve Nixon. I'd like to welcome you to Freejazzlessons.com. Thank you so much for joining me here today. All right, in today's lesson, we're going to be taking a look at how to build 4 different 7th chords. Sort of the basic building blocks of what we do as jazz musicians is learn how to play big chords that have a lot of notes in there. The fundamental building blocks you'll need though in order to be able to play these chords is an understanding of how to build 7th chords, okay? I know you've probably seen them in all kinds of different chord charts. I'm here now to answer your questions. Just as a reminder, I notate all the lessons and throw them on Freejazzlessons.com. I'm going to be putting the URL right below this video. And also, when you subscribe to the site for free, of course, you will be getting a bunch of free lessons right from the get-go. All right, let's step over to the piano and get started learning. Thank you. So the first chord we're going to look at building is the major 7th chord. Okay, so here is just a plain old C triad. Everybody knows this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do to find the major 7th is I'm going to double the octave above. Okay, so we've still got a C chord. Then what you do to find the major 7th is you just bring the root, which is your scale degree 1, down a half step, okay? And this is a C major 7 chord, all right? So you can apply this formula to every chord you see. For example, a lot of people know D chord already. Here's my D chord. Double the root up top, go down that half step, okay? And here we have a D major 7. So if we have an A flat major chord, find the root, double it, go down the half step, and that's our A flat major 7 chord. Alright, so make sure that you practice this voicing in all your keys. Alright, next chord we're going to be talking about is the minor 7 chord. Alright, so C minor triad. Alright, so here was our C major, we flat the 3rd, that becomes minor. Alright, so now if we want to find the minor 7th, what we do is we find the root up top, okay? And then instead of going down the half step like we did for the major 7 chord, we go down a whole step, just 2 notes down, okay? And that's our minor 7th, okay? So one more time again, minor triad, find the root up top, and then go down that whole step. Let's do it in a new key to demonstrate, okay? So, D minor triad. Find my root, up top, double it, go down that whole step. So there's the half step and then the whole step. So here is a D minor 7th chord, okay? You can even do it in the key of B flat minor. B flat minor triad. There's my root, half step, whole step, okay? And there we have it. B flat minor 7 chord. Make sure you learn this voicing in all your keys as well. Alright, the last chord quality we're going to do in this video is the dominant 7th chord. Alright, and this one's pretty easy. So what we do is we start with our C major chord again, alright, and then we find our root, same system we used before, but instead of going down this half step, which is a C major 7 chord, we're going to go down a whole step, okay? So you can see even that half step difference really creates a much different sound. A lot of times it's used in blues music. It's often used as a 5 chord going to 1. You can hear that sound, the resolution sound. Major 7. Still sounds nice, but it doesn't resolve in the same way. Okay. So once again, okay, we have our triad, root, going down a whole step. All right, let's do it in the key of D. First, find your major chord, double the root. Go down that whole step, and there we have it, there's D7. Let's do it in the key of, say, A. Okay, so here's our A major chord, our A major triad. Find the root, there is our minor 7, and we have A7. One thing that I do want to talk about is oftentimes in classical music, they'll call this a major minor 7th chord. Technically this is correct, but you don't see this really called that much in contemporary styles or jazz or rock. They're usually just going to call this A7 or A dominant 7. So, you know, if you see it in a classical book called major minor minor 7, you'll know what they're referring to, but if you're out on a gig, nobody ever really calls it like that. So I will be putting the notation for this lesson and all kinds of extra tips on the 7th chords on Freejazzlessons.com. Make sure you stop by the site. I will put the URL right below this video. I will also be shooting the next video in this series as well. We go into much more complex 7th chords, which will add a lot of variety and spice to your playing as well. Alright, I'll see you guys at Freejazzlessons.com. Thank you so much.